Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Florida State Seminoles. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame, one of the big keys in this game plan here today is to get their transfer running back the ball. He has been terrific all season and really paced this team, but today he has an opportunity to go over 1,000 yards. He is early and often in the script. Coach said, we want to run the rock, really make sure that he gets that mark, but more importantly, it helps our team win every Saturday when he's rolling. Reese?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking downfield, it's Berry. Got it. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. And when you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Just smothered on the play.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
As a defensive coordinator, you always want your guys to be physical and set the tone. How about this with this offense? They run the ball 3 straight times and no first down. This defense does a great job being very disciplined up front, being very physical, and now getting 3 stops in a row and forcing a 4th down.
So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared, and he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
And the Noles getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Man, I love when offenses are not afraid to run the football consecutive times in a row or multiple times in a row. I know everybody wants to air it out, but, man, getting that ground game established, making those linebackers and safeties come up and know that we're going to run the football, I like the way they started this football game.
The Noles are rolling down the field. Going to the ground. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Well, a lot of people in Florida State really excited about Quintravion Wisner coming in over from Texas to fit into this offense. Obviously, a very disappointing year last year, David. And with Wisner and his game-breaking ability with his speed, they're really expecting a lot of explosive plays from their transfer running back.
Man, and so much excitement last year when you started and you beat Alabama, and like everybody was pounding their chest, and then everything's really changed since that point. Norvell back calling plays. You know, he is obviously a guy that's under pressure, under fire, been talked about a lot. This could go a long way if they can have an explosive offense. Get that side of the ball taken care of again, a long way to having another turnaround season for Florida State.
The Seminoles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They're going to run it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Takes the handoff. It's Kroma. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll take it himself. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the third down.
And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with a running game on third down? Got it!
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after they catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll give it to Johnson. At the 35, he's loose. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. There he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Shakes off the defender. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The handoff to Johnson. Got a little space. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Bring him down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll get him down after a solid return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback signaling to his guys. The give to the back. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Sperry. Left side, it's Wiles. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Powers through the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Could be an out. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season. He'll try to tack on 1 more. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score.
Number 36, set to kick it off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
Sprinting away. The 40. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll give it to Johnson. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. Six-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Handoff to the lone back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. The give on 4th. He's got enough. There's got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Number 8 in the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run.
Number 81, set to kick off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the right. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And now on second down for this offense. Making the adjustment on the play. To the air, it's Berry. He unleashes a long one. Upstairs to make the catch. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found zero answers in how to get back in this football game.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Keeps it on the ground. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Intercepted to stop the threat. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll leave it with the lone back.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense showing blitz here. Might as well run him again. It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
And that's just the little nuances of playing quarterback. When to use a little bit of touch, when to rifle it in there. He tries to rifle it in there and just doesn't match up the timing with the wide receiver.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. They'll start this drive from the 42. Drops back. It's Sperry. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the 1st half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. A full dive to haul that one in. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just when you thought that ball was out of reach, nothing appeared to be out of his reach there.
Yeah, he says just throw it up and I'll go get it. To track the ball all the way down the field and dive and lay out with that body control, that is a special catch.
They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw one first. Flips it out in the flat. That's a 20. He's got space. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Sells the run, looking to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. To throw, it's Sperry. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Absolute shank. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin with the UNLV Rebels taking on the Colorado State Rams. And it's UNLV looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll give it to him again. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The handoff to Johnson. He's got the first down. Still running at the 40. Got a little grass. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
Number 60 with the carry.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run.
Set to kick this one away.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. wideouts, no backs. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
It's second down.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. When a defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
On the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Moving the pocket, it's Sperry. Dumps it off in the flats. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
Well, quarterback had nowhere to go with it deep down the field, so he found his back, just hoping he could maybe make something happen with it, but the defense rallied, made a nice tackle, setting up 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. On 4th and inches, maybe rethink things just for a moment. They call a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Seminoles will try to pick it up on 4th down. Breaks into the open. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Turns out it's Riles. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
The Noles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They want to run this quarterback. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Loses 3. Brings up 3rd down.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Dropping back, it's Sperry. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to Johnson. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the option. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Really nice job on the option that time. And obviously, this running back has had himself a day, right? And this defense has figured it out. They're keying on him. You saw all the defenders that time run his way, but nobody accounted for the quarterback. He made the right decision, kept it himself, and came away with a nice pickup on that option play.
He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Back's got it on the screen. At the 45, on its way. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. On the ground, it's Davidson. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run him again. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Burrowing for yardage. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen it. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now 1st and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a 4th down, try to make them kick a field goal.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Number 60 in the end zone.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th.
28, Florida State, 24. Number 81 set to kick this one away.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
It's now 3rd down.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Quarterback changing the play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Dumps it to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Handoff again. Got the first down. All by himself down the middle. He's at the touchdown Tigers. Rolled his way into the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown.
Number 81, set to kick off.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Finds his man. It's Riles. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looking to throw, it's Berry. Fires to the middle. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incomplete.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it back to the 24-yard line, and this defense loves to feast on takeaways. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Right back to the well. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the Doak. Clemson calls its second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. The snap sets up to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep fighting, right? This game ain't over yet. Like, you still got an opportunity. Does it look good? No. But now I got the ball back. Great job by the defense forcing the turnover. Now let's see if we can go out and make this thing interesting, put some plays together, maybe get an onside kick. Who the heck knows? The
Seminoles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here.
And that is just what you wanted. You get a 1st and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss, put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Sperry. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Florida State! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. They'll go for 2 here and try to climb within a field goal late. Sends it back in motion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Finds his man down the middle. Stopped short. They'll bring him down at the 1. He just couldn't get it in. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Not much drives or anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Florida State calls its third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Give to the running back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Flip it out to the back of the screen. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
This crowd bringing serious noise on this huge 4th down play. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Looking down the middle. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Here comes the heat. They went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Man, you got to love this defense. Being dialed in, being ready for the pass late in this football game when you needed a stop, playing tendencies, breaking on the football, 3 straight incompletions. Way to rise up by this defense.
To have any chance to pull this game out, they have to convert on 4th down here late in the 4th. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And I don't know what happened at halftime, but man, did this defense play night and day different. They got it together, and really, they gave so much momentum to their offense by continuing to get stops, playing totally different with energy, with passion. Palmer, it's a clinic from first half to second half to what this defense just did.
Yeah, kudos to the coaching staff, too, for the adjustments they were able to make at halftime and showing a couple of different looks here in the second half. But at the end of the day, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes on the field. Those guys were winning their one-on-one matchups defensively, shutting this offense out. And you're right, David, night and day, and that's why they're winning this game.